What's up, guys? Josh for JTM Racing. What's going on? So today is Sunday and it is hot. I live in Arizona, so it's only going to get worse, so I got to deal with it. But in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a car license plate cover that's smoked and we're going to be trimming it out to fit a motorcycle license plate. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is my buddy Jerome, he has a sick-ass Harley Cruiser, trick-ass paint job, all kinds of billet parts, 131 cubic inch motor, just trick-ass bike. And this is one of those little final touches that he wants done, and he wants it done right. So I'm going to do it. Now, I'm not going to say there's not other ways you can do this, and there's not easier ways you can do this, but this is the way I'm going to do it. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using and what parts I have, and we're just going to go from there. So let's do it. Alright guys, so this is what I have. I have the license plate frame, the license plate cover, the license plate, and some painter's tape. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take your license plate cover out of its packaging. Now you're going to be taking this painter's tape and you're going to be wrapping the whole license plate cover. Now the reason why you're doing this is to protect it from any damage while you're cutting and drilling any holes in it. Now plexiglass from Home Depot, Lowe's, that comes with a protective film. This doesn't. So let me do that and we'll come right back. Alright, so when you're done taping your plate front and back, it should look something like this. Now the reason why I didn't cover the whole plate, I didn't have to. Where I'm going to be tracing the actual license plate, it's going to fit right where I have all the tape. So the reason why I also taped it like this is there's little marks on the plate cover, and I don't want those on the plate cover at all when I'm done with it. So pretty much I gave myself like some guidelines around those, and I'll be tracing the license plate itself with a Sharpie dead center in the middle of where your painter's tape is. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and you'll kind of have an idea of what it's going to look like before I trim it. Alright, so this is what it should look like when you're done tracing the actual license plate itself on the cover. Now, you're going to want to cut a little bit above the line, I would say, or outside the line, just so you have room for error. So if you do mess up, you know, you can either sand it down or at least try to fix it and compensate for what you did. But yeah, I'm going to freehand cut all this stuff with actually my table saw. I'll show you how to do that. Now, that's not the safest thing to do. Always wear goggles, but we're going to do it, and I'm going to take a damn chance. Screw it. So we'll be using this right here. Alright, so that's a pretty decent rough cut of it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sandpaper and smoothen it all out and get all these corners all rounded. Now really that just takes practice and takes a lot of feel. I kind of have sanded stuff for a long time, so I kind of know how to get these edges rounded just right. We're going to get it all even and all nice and flat, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so I'm going to take this sanding sponge, and I'll use that for some of it, mainly the corners. And then I'm going to take this sticky back sandpaper I have. It comes in a roll, and it's usually meant for a block, but I'm going to stick it right to this flat surface. And pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to lay it flat here, and I'm going to go back and forth with it to get it nice and flat and flush. And then I'll use, like I said, the sponge for probably the edges and the corners. I will film all of this. It's just going to be in hyper speed, so let's do it. Alright guys, got the edges all rounded. Takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of finesse. Not too hard to do. Just takes a little bit of experience. But yeah, that's all done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark all the holes for where it mounts to the bike or where the plate mounts. And I'll show you how we're going to do that. I have my camera on this ghetto ass stand. I have this selfie stick zip tied to this CD rack. But yeah, so we're going to mark those holes and I'll show you how you do that, because we're going to have to put in the plate frame since the plate frame has a little bit of a bow to it. If you just mark them perfectly flat, what will happen is the holes will be off. So you need to mark them when they're in the license plate frame so the plexiglass has the same bow to it. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so we're going to take the license plate frame. We're going to put our plexiglass or license plate cover inside of it. Just pop it in there just like that, and then we're going to mark the holes with the Sharpie. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the little drill press I have, and we're going to drill them out. It's going to look something like this. Let's drill those bad boys. Alright guys, so you just want to take this part of it pretty slow when you drill, because this stuff can get little hairline cracks just from the pressure. So just let the drill bit do the work. All done. Let's open up this door. So let's pull this tape off and reveal what we got. See, on the drilling, probably using the wrong bit. I mean, this is kind of an all-purpose bit. I can still see like little tiny hairline cracks. Nothing too crazy, nothing too noticeable, and once it's bolted down, it'll be fine, but still that bugs me. Because it's like perfect till that point. Pulling this tape off takes longer than doing the whole thing, huh? And you got a finished product right there. Boom. So I'm gonna put it in the plate and then I'll show you what it looks like after. But that's what it kind of looks like with the plate in it. I usually wouldn't show you this plate, but I kind of want you guys to get an idea of what it looks like. Looks pretty slick though. Not too bad. Alright everybody, that's it for today's video. I know it wasn't anything too crazy, but you know, it's a little touch from my buddy's motorcycle and it came out pretty decent. Pretty happy with it. I hope it helps anyone that's trying to do the same thing, or if you're trying to cut any type of plexiglass. But yeah, I'm really happy with the results. There it is right there. Has a nice little shine to it, nice little tint. Pretty sure he'll be happy about it. So yeah, please subscribe, comment, you know, like my videos, and help me out. Come on guys, do me a favor. But other than that, JTM Racing, peace out.